Tom, it's so great to have you here today to hopefully give some clarity to a parent, specifically me and anybody that's watching. But, I've heard you talk a lot in the past about priorities as parents and how crucial it is to parenting well. And I think one of the first questions and biggest questions that parents should be asking, and I'm hoping you can kind of give some clarity on this, is as a parent, what is your goal when it comes to your children? What's the end goal?
That's good. 'Cause I remember just when Elaine and I were starting our family. Now, she's a pastor's kid, and that brings with it all kinds of stuff, if you know about pastor's kids.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I remember reading Billy Graham's book about his son Franklin and how much he was away all the time, and sort of like putting the church before your family. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that to my kids. So, trying to figure out how do you order the priorities, right? And that's all about time management as well. Like, how do you organize your day, structure your day, your years, your bank account, and then obviously, like if I'm following Jesus, then Jesus is it. Like, he is the priority. I mean, he is everything, and his body is the church. So I don't know how you decapitate Jesus, separate
It's true, yeah.
his head from his body. So the church and Jesus have to come first. But I'm thinking of it more like concentric circles. Like my relationship with Jesus is everything. If I miss that, I'm going to mess up on my marriage, mess up with my kids, mess up with everything. Because me and Jesus, that's got to be my first priority.
Yeah.
And then the second one is Elaine and I got to be tight. Like, we got to be united, because nothing's going to erode the foundation of a kid's life then if we're not together.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we mess up. So that's my second priority. And I know these days there's a lot of pushback on that. And for some natural reasons as well, because moms really bond to their kids, and husbands are on the fringe, and they got to man up with that.
Yeah.
But really, it's got to be me and God and me and Elaine. We got to stay tight, and the kids will appreciate that. They'll try and get in between and get more. Yeah. But my kids have seen us go on date nights every week our whole married lives, and they get it, and I that's got to be the. Then come the kids. God's given me these kids to raise and disciple to love Him for eternity, and then the next one would be the church, right? The fourth priority, the local church, like a particular group of people, local congregation that we are committed to, and of course the next expression of that is the global church, and then there's the the mission field, the neighborhoods. Yeah. That, love God, love your neighbor. Where we work, where we go to school, where we live, where we play. That's sort of the next one down. And those are sort of how we've structured our time, our talents, our money, our energy around those priorities.
Yeah. No, that's great. And actually, just as a point of clarity, I resonate so much with the idea of your kids always wanting to kind of get between you, and they do that on every front. Totally. But one of the points you had made in there is that you've got you and God, you and your spouse, you and your kids, you and the church. Now, can you clarify that you and the church and you and your kids? Because I think there's some stuff to unpack there.
There's a lot of things get messed there, where people are like, as a pastor, this is the one I hear, and I go, okay, I didn't communicate this well to you. I'm sorry. Let me try again. Yeah. We're skipping church this Sunday for family time, and I'm like, oh, you didn't get it. Like, all of that is the church. Yes. Concentric circles of the church. It's all Jesus' body. Yeah. And actually, you don't understand, but the best thing you can do, the best family time you can have, is being at church on Sunday morning and worshiping with your family and with the broader church family. That is making your family a priority.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that today.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of our segments on parenting over on our channel. For the full parenting seminar, click the link in the description.